for me, you know, I got started. I had no interest in dance. I didn't start originally as a B-boy.
Interesting.
I originally started as a house dancer, West Coast.
Oh, okay.
West Coast house.
Yeah.
Which is different from the house that
house now. Yeah.
Yeah, that is known. It's like a mixture of New Jack with a lot more upper body movement.
I see.
So, you know, there was New Jack, and like that was fun. But for me, I didn't really have an interest in doing that. My brother was really good at New Jack. He was little.
Yeah. Okay.
And he tried to show me, and I couldn't do it. Like, you know, like I struggled even with something that was less complicated.
Okay.
But I didn't have an interest in it, so I was like, I'm cool on it. You know, no big deal. I want no part of it. Then the person who ended up being my teacher, and crazily, you know, it's crazy to say, but to this day, one of the greatest dancers I've ever seen, Aaron Coloma from Palm Springs.
Okay.
He was a house dancer.
Yeah.
He used to pop when he was little, then he went into New Jack, and then he went into house, and he was super talented. And he saw my brother, who was really good at New Jack, and he wanted to teach little kids to be great house dancers.
Yeah.
So his intent was to teach my brother. And so that's how I met him, and I brought him to my house to teach my brother.
Yeah.
And while he was waiting for my brother, he was just moving. And that was the craziest thing I ever saw in my life. Like, it was literally like poetry in motion. I was tripping.
How old were you at that time?
Oh, God, 16 maybe?
16, okay.
Yeah, some along those lines. I believe I was a sophomore in high school, like second half. Yeah. And I saw him move, and I just couldn't believe that somebody can move like that.
Yeah.
Like, I had never really seen anything like that, and seeing it in person is a completely different experience. So I was bugged out, and I just kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. I harassed him. I literally harassed him for a couple of weeks
to teach you?
To teach me.
Wow.
And he wouldn't, because he told me, he said, do you understand? Like, you can't do New Jack. And that's like basic arithmetic.
Yeah.
House is far more complicated. So it's kind of like doing pre-algebra.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to jump steps. You want to go straight to pre-calculus, algebra, whatever it is, without even knowing basic arithmetic.
Yeah, you don't even know how a plus sign works.
Yeah, you can't even just make your lower body coordinate, much less upper body and lower body synchronize beautiful movements.
Okay.
But I was undeterred.
Okay.
It was... I saw it, and from there, like, I just knew I had to have it.
Okay.
And so I just kept after it. I kept bugging him. And finally one day he said, all right. I'm going to teach you one step. You're going to learn that step, and then you come to me with that step, and I'm going to teach you another step. And I was like, deal.
Okay.
Deal.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. But I had to work for that one step.
Yeah.
And but he realized I was not going to stop. And from there it was a wrap. I was 24/7 with it. Wake up, move,
practice it,
practicing, trying to coordinate this uncoordinated body of mine.
Yeah.
At school, during nutrition, during lunch, after school, at practice at his house, before bed. It was crazy. I was a maniac.
Yeah, that's a hustle.
Yeah, I was a maniac. But I wanted to move like he moved. And I knew I was far off. I was not, I was realistic about where I was at and where he was at. Okay. but I wanted to get there as quick as possible. So I was 24/7 with it to the point where he literally had to pull me aside at some point and tell me that, you know,
your mother misses you.
Yeah. Love that. Love your determination, but
you got to sleep sometimes.
The guys are getting a little annoyed that you never stop, you know. And I was hurt. Oh. Yeah, like I literally avoided. Didn't see him for a while, taking different routes to classes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And literally one of the, like after a week, we crossed paths and he kind of cut me off and was like, "Hey man, like where you been?" Like, and he's like, "Don't take it that way, you know, like we're not saying stop, you know, the guys, you know, just take a couple breaths, you know, like breathe for a minute." Really funny. Yeah, you know, but yeah, so that began my long journey at the beginning. I was getting pretty good at house, you know, after a good little while. And then we went up to an event called Filipino Weekend up in Delano, just past Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, the group we were with was Boys in Style, BIS. And so we were going up there and, you know, we were going to meet with the rest of the group, and we were under the assumption that a group, the Soul Brothers, which is a famous house group from LA, were going to be there and, you know, wanted to battle them.
Yeah.
And they never end up showing up.
Oh.
One of the crew members, cousins from San Jose, a group called Dangerous Image, came down and like they were going to be with us.
Yeah.
And they were a choreography group.
Okay.
That also braked because San Jose was big into breaking at that time. And we all got bored, and somehow it ended up being a battle between Dangerous Image
and you guys?
And BIS.
Okay. Except
for they braked and we didn't.
Oh.
So, you know, they were really good.
Yeah.
And the main guy from their group was a walks guy. This guy, Alan. And he did walks. He was really good. He not merry-go-rounds and all that, but he had really good walks.
Yeah.
Hence the inspiration.
Yeah.
When we started the very next day, we stopped housing and we started breaking the very next day.
It was just that quick?
It was an instant, it was like watching magic, you know, like really the power, precision, grace of, you know, high level breaking was like, wow, like, okay, that is, you know, it was inspiring. So yeah, we started breaking. Ernell was breaking, but he was popping. And you know, and he used to do that back in the days. And since he was such a good dancer and so coordinated, he picked up like, oh, he was an amazing popper, like amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that became our road. And since our main inspiration from the opposition was a walks guy, BIS became a walks crew.
I was just going to ask you guys.
We did spins. We did, you know, all the spins, but we cared deeply about walks.
Yeah, that...